Hello class, and welcome to this week's video lecture, and this is for class RSM 236, which is the Rail Signaling Maintenance course. In this video lecture, I'm going to be talking about the difference between approach track circuits, route track circuits, and traffic track circuits. So before I begin that, just want to kind of review what is an interlocking. You can also follow along in the student manual that you downloaded earlier in this course. So basically, I want to talk about what is an interlocking. Interlocking is a configuration of signals and track switches that are interlocked operationally to prevent train accidents as trains go through an interlocking where they can cross over from one track to another. So, for example, if a train was coming down the track this way, this signal was green, it means go, and the train can come over this way. It's going to cross over to track 2 and exit out of the interlocking this way. The signals and the switches would be interlocked, functionality, interlocked, so a train could not come this way and collide with a train coming this way. So that's where you get the phrase interlocking. So this is an interlocking, and it consists of signals and track switches that are arranged in such a manner that prevent trains from having a head-on collision. So that's a review on that. So next thing I want to talk about is approach, route, and traffic track circuits. And you can find this information in your student guides that you downloaded on pages 39 and 40. So if you refer to there during this video lecture, that'll help you with the discussion questions following this video lecture. All right, so what's an approach track circuit? As a train approaches an interlocking, it kind of makes sense. As a train approaches an interlocking, there's going to be 3 track circuits before the train reaches the signal for the interlocking. These 3 track circuits are called the approach track circuits. Pretty simple. Once the train goes through the green signal and enters into the interlocking itself, then the train is now called, this is called the route section of the interlocking. And as the train approaches or goes through the route of the interlocking, it's going to hit the route track circuits. In this case, there's 2 of them, N2 535AT and N2 535BT. And as the train continues to go on, and going through the approach circuits, went through the route track circuits, once it leaves the interlocking by going past this signal in the other direction, now it's entering the traffic track circuits. And that are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 track circuits. And basically these track circuits are tested during this functionality test called an interlocking or a locking test, to make sure that if a train has a route going this way, that a train, a mile down the tracks can't get a route coming up the same track, because if you did, you'd have a head-on collision. So to summarize this, you have approach, route between the signals of interlocking, and traffic once the train leaves the interlocking. Okay, let's get another example, kind of reinforce this. So say the train's coming up this way on this track, and this time it's going to cross over and exit the interlocking on this track. So what would the approach track circuits be? Okay, remember it's the 3 track circuits in approach to the interlocking. So you have N1 576, N1 565T, and N1 552T. These are the approach track circuits for this interlocking as this train approaches the 535-2 signal. So take a guess what the route track circuits would be. Now, it's a little more challenging because the train is crossing over from one track to another. So the route track circuits would be N1 535AT, because it's coming this way. The train's going to get on this track, which would be N1 535BT, cross over to 3XT track circuit, then make connection with the N2 535AT track circuit, and then exit the interlocking. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 route track circuits in a crossover mode as compared to only 2 when you have a train going straight through. And now as the train leaves the interlocking for this crossover move, there are 3 traffic track circuits because the train's going this way. And it's the 518T, 503T, and 489T. So that's the approach, the first 3 before the interlocking, the route, and the track circuits that the train's going to travel across as it crosses over from one track to another. And in this case, the Traffic circuits are the 3 going out as the train's leaving the interlocking. So that's the difference between approach, route, and traffic track circuits. Again, go to your discussion question and respond to this video lecture. Thank you.